let's say, right, you could go back in time. You right now could speak with the Tommy Mello of like 10 to 15 years ago. What's the biggest piece of advice that you would give him about running a business?
All right, this is a great question, and the answer is fairly straightforward. Tommy, you go right now, and you'd find the biggest and best of a similar industry. I would tell him to go to HVAC, because HVAC in the early 90s really got established to a next level. They learned what arbitrage is, and they really made a lot of money. But I'd say go find the largest HVAC companies, because it's similar to garage doors, and be a student. Go there with 100 questions and continue to find out. Because the first thing is go to the biggest and best in the world. Get out of your comfort zone, get out of the state, and go there with 100 questions. And what I would do with that is watch the way they talk, watch the way they breathe, watch the way they dress, watch how they move, watch how every step has a purpose. Because when you're around that and you see where you have to go, okay, you'll understand the destination of what you want to become. That's first. Next thing I'd say is Darren Hardy wrote a book. He wrote a lot of books. This book he wrote The Compound Effect. He talks about it a little bit in there. But he says, he wrote down 100 things that he wanted in a woman before he would even consider dating her. He wanted to find his perfect wife. He wrote down what she looked like, what she smelled like, what her hobbies were. Wrote down 100 things, and he looks at his list and he goes, well, I better build 100 things that I need to become to get a woman like this. So what happened was, the reason I tell that story is because I would tell young Tommy over here in his early 20s, I'd say, dude, I want you to write down 100 things that you love about the companies you've worked for, because that's who you got to become. That's who you need to make A1 garage door service. You need to build that within your company. So watch the way the best are doing it. But the one thing I want you to change is make sure you remember what you love the most. And you need to build that. Think about that every single moment. And make sure you read, and read every day, because reading is important. And I'd probably say, don't date this girl and a couple other things, but
that's cheating. Can't do that.
Yeah. Can't.
You know what? I'm still thinking before about when you're talking about like the three things. You can either be the fastest, you could be the cheapest, or you could be the best.
Yep.
And you ever watch The Office?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of the Michael Scott Paper Company, right? He's the cheapest, and he's he's got the chops and everything, and they go to buy him out, and they look at his, or I think it's Pam, like looks at his books, and they're like, we're not making any money. You're selling the paper for what we bought it for. And he's like, that's not how it works. And they're like, no, dude. Like, so I think it's important that if you're listening to this, to like really assess how much money you need to make in order to do the things that we're talking about. And work backwards, right? So know how much you need to make, and then figure out how much you need to charge, how much you need to pay. Where are you going to find these people? How are you going to hire them? He's going to get a book.
I had to. There's a great book.
You do read, man.
Her name's Ellen Rohr, and the book is called How Much Should I Charge? And it gives you, it's not a big book. It just really helps give you the basics to understand how your pricing model should work. And people just say, I'm at this diner yesterday. I'm in Colorado Springs. Today I'm in Phoenix, but yesterday I was in Colorado Springs, and it was way too busy. She said to get sat with a group of 8, because I was with my cousins, said it's about an hour and 20 minutes. And all in my mind, and this is funny because I didn't tell anybody there, but I'm like, you could literally double your prices. You could literally double them. And you still have, maybe not every single person here, but the people that aren't here are the biggest, fussiest ones that are saying, I need another refill. Where's the butter? Where's the hot sauce? No. People that pay more were just easier. We're just like, yeah, that's fine. We're not complicated. So the first thing I'm thinking in my head was, it always comes back to the cost. But I don't look at it as a cost. I look at it as an investment. You see, I deleted that word from my vocabulary. The price is this. The investment is this. You see, this is an investment. The only thing on your home, better than your bathroom or your kitchen, that gives you 100% return on investment. Remodel Magazine 5 years in a row is your garage door. We trademarked this, but it's the smile of your home, and it's 40% of your curb appeal. Let's go ahead. Let's make an investment today. It's not
I
that
like
hard.
that. I like the smile at the end of it too. You got the nice smile at the end. You can't even help yourself, man. I can see it.
You got it. You got it. And I believe in it. I truly believe in what I'm doing. And you know, I don't think I'm the most expensive because there's people out there that just gouge. But I say, you know, at the end of the day, it's fair for me to pay myself a good wage and still bring home 50 to 20% for the company. And a lot of people, the small businesses, I go, how much did you make last year, Nick? 200 grand. I go, okay, 200 grand. The businessman, what'd you pay yourself? 200 grand. That's the same. No. You need to pay yourself a six figures, you know, 100K. And your company still needs to make a couple hundred grand. So, because if I buy your business, I got to replace you or I got to pay you that 100 grand at the same time. So either way, and I love talking about how businesses make multiples and arbitrage. I don't think we have time to get into that today, but people could learn a lot if they just understood how bare bones businesses should work. And the only way they could do that fast and effective is listen to podcasts like this and read more books and go visit some of the companies I'm talking about and ask a lot of questions. I asked a lot of dumb questions. Shoot, 15 years ago, I didn't know what an affiliate was. Now I'm like the biggest affiliate marketer guy in the world, but I love this stuff. So I think you got to be obsessed with your business. If you're not, I just don't know if it'll be obsessed with you. I don't know if it can pay you back in the returns. I don't know. It's obviously not a living organism, but after a while with all the human beings that are in here, it becomes kind of a living thing. It's crazy how it works.